you just keep the feet going, you'll be fine. So let's get going. I've actually gone back to work this week. They wanted me in this week, but my baby brain has literally just destroyed everything. I've forgotten how to do an email the other day. Right, so let's get marching then. We all said we're a little bit cold today, so we'll try and warm up nice and slow, so it's not a shock to the body. So just take your time, take it easy. I'm saying that more for me than you. Nice, and just let those arms nice and relaxed by the side. Again, nothing too strenuous for the arms. Then we'll warm up gently. And then change this. We're going to change it into a heel pump. So the heels come up, the toes stay on the floor. So you'll turn it, which heel comes up. You lift one, and that one goes down, and you lift the other. And you can go as fast or as slow as you like here. So if you want to do some speed heel pumps, then you can. If you just want to keep it nice and soft, that is up to you. So I'll let you choose your kind of warm-up style, if you want, with these heel pumps. But it's just to get that blood circulating the body, lifting it up, back up from the heels, and pushing it back through the body. And then from here, we're going to stick with the feet. We're going to take it into heel digs. So heel down, toes up to the ceiling, and you're bending that support knee. Okay, so then keep it soft, don't lock it. The lower that you can sort of bend, the harder that's going to be on the thighs for me. So if you can get nice and low, you're going to be working those thighs a bit harder. They're going to be firing up. But of course, keep it easy if you need to. And then from here, we're going to take it up to the shoulders. So legs nice and still, rolling back those shoulders for me. So nice big circles with the shoulders. If you're struggling to roll those shoulders, then make sure you're shrugging them up and down. Okay, so either roll them or shrug them. Change direction if you're rolling those shoulders, so changing forwards for me. Again, nice big circles with the arms. Perfect. Last one, change it into the arms for me. So nice big circles back with those arms. Just check your surroundings, make sure you're not going to hit anything or anyone. Lovely. You've got it. And then last one, change direction again. Take those arms forwards. Again, nice big circles with those arms. Really reach it forward. Lovely. All right, so this is one I might struggle to demonstrate, but you've all done this one before. We're going to go into our twist. So to set you up, legs a little bit wider for me. Hands are up to the chest. Palms are facing down. And what you're going to do is that elbow is going to take you round. You're going to look over that back shoulder. You come to centre and you change the other way. So this is my limit for today. That's as far as I can go. But it's really important that if you do suffer with sort of lower back or kind of the obliques, the side muscles here, if you find that they get a little bit niggly, with this one, I would recommend you take it slow. And it's not about getting all the way around, it's about warming up the spine, okay? So even a small movement is going to be warming up those muscles. So again, you need to listen to your body, listen to what it needs, and take your time. This is not one to rush. If you rush this, you're going to pull a muscle in the back, and trust me, that's painful. You don't want that. Lovely, nice. Last one for me, come back to centre. Now drop the arms, keep the legs where they are, and you're going to kick them back. Okay, so heel is going to try and get to that glute. If you're on a chair, you can either kick the legs forwards, so you just reverse the kick, or if you've got a chair that you can kick underneath, then kick underneath. Okay, so you can still do this one if you're on a chair. You just have to think about either kicking forward, or if you can, you're going to kick underneath that chair. But again, it all depends on what sort of chair you're sitting on. Nice. Now, to make this harder if you want, this is just the warm-up, remember, so just take it easy. If you want to make it harder, have a little sort of dip in the middle every time you change legs. Now, it's just a small dip. It's not a full squat, it's just a little dip. And that's going to start to warm up those hips and just make it a bit harder on those thighs. Lovely. Keep going. Turn the page, I forget. All right, this next exercise, you might want to hold on to a chair to make you feel more comfortable. We're going to do the opening the gate. Okay, so it's working the hips, lift the leg up, circle it so it opens and drop. So you lift it up, open, down and close. Up, open, down and close. So this is your hard option, okay? The higher this knee comes up, the harder it's going to be. To make it easier, you don't have to bring that knee up very high. Okay, you can keep it nice and low. Make it even easier, keep the feet on the floor, and you can just twist out and in. All right, so they're your three options. Reverse for me, so you're going to lift it up first, then close, then drop. So it comes out to the side, into centre, drop. So just reverse that movement. You can work the other muscles that are kind of sitting behind. Awesome. And last one, change legs. So same thing, open the gate first. Think about your options here. So making sure you're choosing the right option for you. Again, take it down if you need to. Last one for me, we're going to reverse. Okay, so it's going to come out to the side, close and down. Out, close, down. Perfect. Awesome. Looking lovely. And last one, your final little mini warm-up, we're going to do hand to opposite knee. Okay, so lift up that leg and the other opposite hand touches the knee. So again, the higher the knee, the harder it is. Bring that knee nice and low here. So again, it's not working too much. Even easier, stop the legs and you can just use the hands. All right, so that's your easy option here. So again, I'll let you choose what kind of stage you want to work at. But as long as you're going hand to opposite knee, you're working. Perfect. All right. Last one. If any tension has sort of happened in the hips, remember, walk through those heels and it will release that tension. So your first exercise we're going to start off on is we're going to do our arm sequence. So you're going to have your arms out to the side for me. Flex them at the wrists to make it harder. If you can keep your arms to shoulder height, brilliant. If it gets too much, you can lower them, all right? So this is kind of your maximum. You're kind of working at your minimum here. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to cross them in front and open. Cross and open. And when you open, don't, so if I turn to the side, don't over open them because then you can arch the back and that's going to cause injury. So you want to sort of bring them so they're just not in line with the shoulder, but they're just sort of in front because it will stop that back from arching. Okay? Nice back, we want nice strong backs. Lovely. Now from here, what I would like you to do is you're going to bring the arms out and to the side. You're going to reach forward and pull back. So reach forward, pull back. So I really want you to think about you're pulling something into you, okay? Forward, back, forward, back. And what I want you to do is the elbows, if you can, stay at shoulder height, okay? So if you need to make it easier, you can drop the elbows here. If you can keep them up, even better. So reach it forward, pull it back. Reach it forward, pull back. Awesome. Now change again. You're going to reach down, pull up, down, up, down, up. So we're working different muscles here. You're working those gorgeous triceps. Lovely. Down and up. Really feel like you're pulling something up. And then last change. So we've gone forward, we've gone down. You're going to lift it up and pull it down. Up, pull down. Up, pull down. Really pull down. Use that power. Think about you pulling something. We're in the gym. Pulling weights down. Awesome. And last one, leave them up. Slowly lower them down. Nice. Just give the shoulders a roll. If you need to, stretch out the arms, not a problem. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is our lovely squats. So we're going to start off with 5 of our normal squats. Now, if you're on the chair, you're going to do reverse squats, okay? So if you're on the chair, you're going to be sitting, and your squat is you're going to push up and you come down, okay? So that's your sit squat. If you're standing with me, 5 normal squats, all right? Here you go. You've got 1. Lovely. 2. Go as far as you can. 3. 2 more. 4. Last one. 5. Now we're going to go again, but this time we're going to lift the knee up, replace the foot. Squat again. Change knees. Up, down. Again. Squat. Lift the knee. Replace. Squat. Knee. Lovely. So now you've got the pattern, a bit of technique. As you go into this squat, chest stays high. Knee comes up, the foot must be on the ground, and then you can squat again. All right, so don't miss out that foot going down. It has to be on the ground. Perfect. We're going to do 1 more on each knee, and then I want you to finish doing 5 normal squats. So here's the normal squats now. We go 1 and 2. Try and get a little bit lower if you can. 3, 4. The last one. Awesome. All right, from here. This is a cardio one. So this is your jumping jack. All right. So remember, there is an easy option and a hard option. Your hard option is you're going to do a full jump and close, okay? A normal jumping jack. Your easy option is the arm and leg come up, so leg goes to the side, arm above your head, close, change, close, change. So that's your easy option, so you take out that jump. Hard option, you're jumping, all right? I'm going to be doing the easy option, but for those of you that want to, the hard option is there, or if you want to mix it up, then please do. So we're going to do 15 altogether. So if you want to do 10 easy, 5 hard, go for it, okay, it's up to you. So, 3, 2, 1, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. Now, if you've done the hard option, can you march it out for me? Just to lower the heart rate a little bit. That's a good cardio one there. Okay, this is a nice, so after you've had that cardio, we're going to do a nice easy one. So we're going to do our alternate toe touches. So your legs need to be wider than your hips and shoulders if you can. If you can't, bring it in and just have it a small gap. It's not a problem. The aim of this is you're going to be having that hamstring stretch, all right? So if you can't feel that stretch, you need to get the legs a little bit wider. Opposite hand is going to go down towards the opposite toe. Again, flexibility. You can either go to your toe, to your shin, or to your knee, wherever you feel comfortable. You're going to hold it for 2 seconds, you're going to change, and then go on the other side. Hold for 2. I'm then going to count you down, and we're going to do 10 fast ones. Okay, so get yourself ready. Here you go. So you go down to one side, hold for 2, and then you switch. So as your knee is bent, that knee needs to go over the toe. Remember that hamstring and the straight leg. You should put a little bit of a stretch. If you can't, just get those legs a little bit wider. If you're on the chair, you can still do this one. Get those legs nice and wide. Opposite hand going down to that opposite toe. Holding for 2. Okay, we're going to do those 10 quick changes. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly come up through the spine. Head's the last thing that should come up to avoid dizziness. All right, we're going to go into that wall push. So let me just move my camera up a notch. So technique for your wall push. Hands need to be flat against the surface that you're leaning on, okay? They need to be, your arms should be in line with your shoulder, right? So they're not down here and they're not all the way up here. You're nice and in line, all right? Because it's going to help with the back. You're then going to make sure that when you come down to the wall push, the elbows are bending towards the floor, and then you push up to straighten, okay? So elbows point down, then you can push to straighten. To make it harder, have the legs back further away from the wall. The heels might come up slightly, but that's okay, all right? So the heels can come up if you want, and that's going to make it harder. If you really, really want to make it harder, you can do a one-handed wall push. So you have the hand, so rather than hand to the side, it's going to come to sort of, if your chest, if you think about where your heart is at the middle of your chest, the hand's in line with that. And then you can come down on one arm, and then when we get to halfway, you can change arms. So that's going to make it even harder. So choose your option. Hands on that wall for me. Get yourself set up. We're going to do 20. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Come off the wall, shake those shoulders, roll the shoulders, stretch out those arms if you need to. Awesome, we've not done 20 before, but we normally stick to 15, so that was really good. And you should feel that extra part. Okay, let me just grab my timer, because you all know what that means. So, we're obviously going to be doing our sprint. You don't get away with it. You're going to be doing, so we're going to change it this week. We'll still do our warm up, so we'll still march, we'll still do the hill and plank, we'll do all of that. Still doing it in 2 blocks. The first block is going to be 30 seconds, okay? We're going to have that rest period of 5 seconds where we come to that heel pump, and then we're going to do the second block at 25 seconds. So the first block is 30, the second block is 25, all right? So if you can do 30 seconds, you can do 25 seconds in the second round, okay? If at any point the sprint becomes too much, you must come back into a heel pump or a march, okay? So whatever you do, just don't stop, all right? So everybody, let's start marching. We can all do this together. So nice and easy. We're going to slowly build up that heart rate, slowly get that pump move, that blood moving a little bit more, because you're going to need that oxygen, you're going to need that blood to the muscles. And then you're going to go into a heel pump. So heels up and down, and try and go a little bit faster than what we did in the warm-up. Right, so it's a little bit of a faster heel pump because you need it. Trust me. Awesome. Get your sort of head focused. You know what you're about to do. It's not, we know it's not hard because you do it every week. Come into a light jog for me. So nice and easy, nice and light jog. If you want to stay at a heel pump, then stay at a heel pump. It's not a problem. Okay, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Sprint, sprint, sprint. So nice fast legs. Power in those arms. So now you need those arms to keep going, right? They are your best friend in a sprint, I promise. Keep going. We are now halfway. 15 seconds left. You can do this. Focus. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Rest period. In that heel pump, nice big breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We've got 25 seconds. If you're not doing that next bit, you stay doing this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint for me. 25 seconds. That's it. We've just done 30, so we can do 25. Come on. It's all in the mind. We've done 10 seconds already. Keep it going. Keep going, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel pump. Done. Easy. And march it out. Nice. Awesome. Right. Last one, and then we're all going to have that drink and that little break. So, this is your floor exercise. Now, I can't get on the floor because of my muscle. So, I'm going to describe it to you. So, those of you who've done it before, we're doing the plank, okay? Nice and easy. Well, she says it's nice and easy. It's nice and easy to explain. So if you are on the floor, you're going to have your mat down so it's long ways, okay, so it's nice and comfortable. With your plank, if I was to do, so imagine I'm on the floor, all right, you can do a high plank. So your wrists, again, same as the wall push, you're nice and in line. If you are on the floor, so you can have it so you can do a high plank. With this one though, just be mindful that the weight, because the weight's coming from your shoulder down, it's going to go through the wrist. So if you find your wrists are a little bit weak or they hurt, you might want to do the plank where you bring the weight down onto your forearms, okay? And again, the forearms are in line with the shoulders, so the elbow and shoulder are in line, weight is through the forearms, hands are flat on the floor, okay? And that's your kind of easier option because the weight's spreading through the arms rather than having the hands like this on the floor. Of course, when you're on the floor, spine is in line with the legs and the hips, so don't stick those hips up in the air. Don't dip them either, so you're nice and in line. And you hold that position, and we're going to do 20 seconds. So again, not hard, it's nice and easy. Those of you who did my Thursdays class when we were face to face, in a minute of this, so you can do 20 seconds. So that's the floor. If any of you are unsure about the floor position, just yell at me and I can have a look at your screen to make sure you're doing it right, okay? But I believe those of you who are probably going to go down the floor, I think you've all done it already, so I trust you. I know you know what you're doing. I think, Ken, are you going to go on the floor, Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. So if anyone needs me to have a look at their screen when they're on the floor, by all means I will. Ruth, I think you've done this before, so you'll be fine. So, if you're going to be on the chair with me, as is nice and simple, you're going to sit on your chair. You're going to make sure your back is not slouched, you are sitting nice and tall on your chair. You can either hook underneath your chair, okay, or you can place the hands under the thighs, okay, so that's completely up to you. If you can hook, brilliant. If not, go underneath the thighs. And you're just going to bring the legs up, okay, off the floor. The higher you can bring them up, the harder it's going to be. If you want to, you can have the hands out in front of you, and that's just going to make it a little bit harder. Okay, so on this one, when you have your arms out like here, you're not only working your abs, but the back is then engaged as well with that. So I'll let you choose. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to get yourselves all sorted. Remember, 20 seconds, and that is it. All right, and we can have a nice little break. Okay, heads have all bobbed down that need to. Remember, those on the floor, if you need me to look, I'm more than happy to. All right, are you ready? Get your position. 3, 2, 1, hold for me. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Again, remember, like in the spring, focus. All right, so first 10 seconds. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're halfway. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. If you're on the floor, if you want to stretch out that back and the abs, drop the knees, sit back on the heels, and have your hands out in front of you. All right, you can have a nice stretch there if you're on the floor. If you're on the chair, lean back from your chair, hands can come above the head and stretch their legs out in front. Okay, so we're having a nice sort of stretch out. On the floor, like I said, tuck those, sit back on your heels, and you can stretch out arms in front and sort of lower the head down towards the mat. Lovely. Right, let's have our first break and our first little drink. Take your time if you're on the floor, get up. All right, there is no rush to get up on the floor. Lovely, grab yourself a drink. Fine. Everyone's okay?
Hannah, can I ask you something?
Yes, of course you can.
I've had an Achilles operation on my right ankle.
Yeah.
And I've also got Parkinson's that affects my right side.
Yeah.
I'm finding it really hard to do the heel pumps. Is there something I could do?
So the reason you're finding it difficult is because of the Achilles.
Right.
Because of that operation, because you're working. So with the operation, was it because, did you rip it, tear it? Was it short?
No, the actual tendon was growing onto the bone, so they had to take it off and they used my original one, and then that snapped and they had to take it from the leg. Yeah.
So I think what you'll probably find that heel, is it just the right side that you're struggling with, or is it both heels?
It's both.
Both. So what I would do is rather than doing a heel pump, if you sit on a chair and do flex and point the ankle, that's just going to do the same thing, but the opposite, if that makes sense. So you'll take the weight off the feet because you'll be sitting, and you can flex and point. I mean, you can do it standing, just hold on to a chair if you need to, and just lift the leg up and point and flex. So rather than doing that heel pump, just point and flex it, and it will still work it, but it will just work it in the reverse rather than a heel pump, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's great, thanks.
Yeah, Achilles are they're a horrible thing once they go.
Oh, yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I've got short Achilles, so if I ever go into a really low squat, I can't put my heels come up. I can't put my heels on the floor because my Achilles are too short. So the only way I can do that is if I'm in high heels, because if your feet are already up in your high heel, I can then do it, but I can't do it naturally.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, they're a nightmare. But yeah, so I hope that just adapt it like that, and it should help.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Problem. Okay, I think everyone's back. Everyone okay?
Yep.
Cool. Those of you that did the floor with the plank, did it all make sense when you were doing it? All my sort of instructions, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. What I might have to do is I might have to get Sam's. He always puts a meeting in at this time. Like he knows that I might need a demonstration, but I might have to ask you lot to demonstrate. Right. So here we're going to do it all again. Same routine, same exercises, but we'll have that hold at the end of some of them. Okay, so just remember that at the end of that sort of routine, there's going to be an added something. So like I say, every week, just reserve a bit of energy if you can, so you can still do that hold. And that's where that strength's going to build up, because we're holding those muscles, they're going to be tense, and then when we relax, we release that lactic acid, and it's going to help us with the strength and our stamina. So let me lower again. We're going to take it just like we did before. I just want you to just march for me on the spot, just so we can just so we can raise that heart rate again a little bit, because we have to sort of had a bit of a rest moment. Lovely. So remember, reserve that energy, focus. If you need a drink at any point and to sit down, please do, but just keep these legs moving, all right? Okay, so your first exercise then, we did our arms. So remember, arms up to the shoulders if you can. Make it easier by lowering. Flex those wrists. We're going to bring them forward and open. Forward, open. Lovely. So remember that technique. Don't bring them out so far. The back arches. You want to keep that back nice and straight, nice and strong. Lovely. From here, we're going to do that pull forward. So arms come forward, pull back, forwards and pull, forwards, pull, forwards, pull. Lovely. Really have the hands as well. Reach forward, pull back, reach forward, pull back. There we go. Use some weights if you want to make it harder. Gorgeous. Right, change. We're going to go down and reach up. Down and up. Down, up. So when you're reaching up, the hands come into the armpit, all right? Just in front of those smelly armpits. All right, that's kind of what you're aiming for. And the elbows are nice and high. There we go. Last one, change again. We're going to take it up and pull down. Up, pull down. Again, hands come to that shoulder height again. Elbows point downwards for me. Lovely. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. There we go. Awesome. Last one. Arms stay up. Slowly lower to shoulder height. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Roll those shoulders back. You can roll them forward. Of course, stretch them out if you need to. All right, straight from here then, let's go into those squats. So remember, on the chair, you're going to do those reverse squats like I showed at the beginning. If you're standing, legs a little bit wider for me, so try and keep them in line with the hips if you can. If you want to make them wider or close them off, then it's up to you. So 5 normal ones to start with. Here you go. We've got 1 and 2. Dip as low as you feel comfortable. 3, 4, last one, 5. We're going to do that knee lift. So squat, lift the knee and bring it down. Squat, knee, bring it down. Squat, knee, down. Squat, knee, down. So remember your technique. Chest stays high in the squat. So I'm not looking down, we're looking forward. Knees are going over toes for me. When we're lifting that knee, that foot goes on the floor, then we go down. Don't miss out a move. Lovely. 1 more on each leg. And then we're not going to do 5 more squats. We're all going to hold. Down you go. Get in your position. Hands can come in front of you. Doesn't matter what they are. Just don't put them on the thighs, okay? Because that's not working. Hands away from those thighs. And we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now we're halfway. Get a little bit lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Shake out those legs. Awesome. You all actually listened to me there. When I said get a little bit lower, I saw heads sort of sink. So you do listen, which is nice. You could have just all ignored that instruction. All right, you're jumping jacks now. There is no hold on this one, okay? So we're going to do 15 again. Remember, your hard version, you do a full jump. Your easy version, you step it out to the side and in, all right? So choose the option you're going to do. 3, 2, 1. Here you go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. March it out. Remember, if you've done that hard version, get your breath back and regulate your breathing. Then from here, you've got your alternate leg touches. So legs nice and wide for me. Again, you're going down, opposite hand, towards the opposite toe, if you can reach that far. If not, go to the shin or to the knee. The difference is with this one, we are still going to hold for 2 seconds and then switch. I'm still going to count you down to those 10 fast changes, but then we're going to do a hold. So we're going to hold on one side for 5 seconds, and then we'll switch and hold the other side for 5 seconds, okay? So just listen to my instructions as they come. So starting off, go down when you're ready, hold for 2, and then you switch sides. So remember, knee over toe when that leg is bent. Try and fill in the hamstring if you can. Remember flexibility, so you can either go to the toe, to the shin, or to the knee. Completely up to you and what your body can do today. All right, we're going to count you down. I'm going to do those fast changes. So 3, 2, 1. Here you go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up nice and slow through that spine. Head's the last thing, lovely. Right, we're going into those wall pushes. So same technique as we did at the beginning. Now we did 20 seconds, we did 20 last time. This time we're going to do 15, okay? But we're then going to have a 10-second hold, okay? When I mean hold, okay, the hands are up in line with the shoulders, elbows are bent down, and you hold in your down position, okay? We're not holding up, you hold down. Hold it for 10, and then you can come up, okay? 15, 10-second hold. So, get yourself sorted, find that wall or door, whatever you're using. Hands on the floor for me, check your technique, check your posture, and here we go. We've got 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, now last one, 15, come up, go down, hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push off, roll the shoulders back. Remember, stretch out the arms if you need to. Do what you feel is right for your muscles. There's quite an arm one today. I can feel it in my shoulders today. Right, it's our sprint. So, same thing as we did before. 30 seconds, okay? That 5-second sort of break, if you wish, where you can either heel pump or march, okay? So it's up to you. And then we'll do that 25 seconds. 35, 25. Done. Okay? Then we'll sprint until next week. So, everybody march for me. Let's get those legs working. So nice and easy. And then when in the sprint, you need to use these arms. Okay? There's no point sprinting like this and just your legs moving. You have to use the arms. It will take the pressure off the legs. Okay? Because you're using power in arms and legs. Okay, everybody, we're going to go straight into that heel pump. So nice and easy. And then you have, it's already pretty warm in terms of what we've all been doing. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Nice and quick. Quick arms, quick legs. Powerful arms. Really want to see the power. We can do this. Focus on something. You are halfway. It's 15 seconds gone. You're nearly there. I promise. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Either march or heel pump. We're going to do another 25 seconds. If you can. If not, you stay at a march or a heel pump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint. Off you go. Remember, you can still do this on a chair. So if you're sitting down, those legs and arms can still work. All right, no excuse. 10 seconds just gone. Keep it going.
Just I need help.
So close. 5,
Running.
4, 3, 2, 1. March it out.
You've got to get your ankles stronger.
Nice and easy. March it out. Regulate that breathing. So by regulate, I mean bring your breathing back to your normal exercise pattern, okay? We'll all have a different pattern of breathing when we're resting and when we're exercising. So you know what pattern you need to bring that in. Awesome. All right, the last one of today. We're going back to that plank, either on the floor or sitting. So we did 20 seconds last time. I'm doubling it. We're doing 40 seconds this time, right? Because we need a hold. So if you feel that you can do the floor for 20 seconds, but you're not quite sure about 40, what I would suggest is that you do 20 seconds on the floor. If you can, come onto your chair and join in with us for the rest of it. Okay, so you can still mix it up, all right? But I would let you decide. Okay, 40 seconds is a long time on the floor. Of course, if you're on the floor, what you can do for a rest, come onto all fours, take a moment, and then go back into your plank position. Okay, so if you need to sort of come down for a couple of seconds and then go back into it, that is absolutely fine. And what you can do is you can build that up. Okay, so you might think you can do 20 seconds, you come into all fours for 5 seconds, and then you come back for the next sort of 35, 30 seconds in the plank. So, and then you can build it up. Then you might say, right, I'll do 25 seconds this time, then I'll have my break, and then I'll carry on. And you will be surprised at how quickly that can build up. So remember your options. You can do a high plank on the floor, or you can come onto your forearms. For those of us on the chair, you can have your legs up and your hands hooked or under the thighs, or the hands out in front, okay? Gone on to my clock, right, here we go. So 40 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off you go. I can't, right, I can hold it down. You. Keep it going. So focus, breathe. You can do this. I promise I wouldn't put anything in that you couldn't do. All right? You are halfway. Keep going. You can do it. All right, 30 seconds. 10 more seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. So if you're on the floor, remember, sit back on those heels, hands out in front, drop the head. If you're on the chair, slouch back, hands up above the head, legs out, nice and stretched in front of you. Take your time. Okay, if we're on our chair, we are going to stay on our chair. If you are sitting on the floor, slowly make your way onto your chair. There is no rush, so do not get up too quick or kind of upset your balance. Okay, there's no rush at all. Like I said, always, if you need to have your drink now and come back into the cool down, then please do. So your first one we're going to do on a chair, we've done this one before, is you're going to have both legs forward for me. Feet are going to stay flat on the floor if you can. So you might need to wiggle down the chair to be able to do that, all right? Just don't tip the chair forward. Don't come too far on the edge. You might just need to wiggle yourself down. And then what you're going to do is the knees will have to be a slight bend, and that's fine. I'm not looking for straight knees. Just have a nice relaxed knee. Hands are going to start at the top of the thighs, and you're going to slowly walk them down. And you can try, I can't because I've got a baby in the way, you can try and touch your toes for me. So really leaning over the legs, the torso is nice and relaxed, flopping down. I'm trying to shove baby up a bit, there we go. And then try and get down to the toes if you can. So a nice stretch out in the back, stretching of those legs. And then come back up, so the hands come first way up the legs, top of the thighs, head the last thing to come up. Same thing, but change the feet. So the heels now come down. So what will happen here is you now should feel the stretch in the calf, okay? Again, hands on top of the thighs. We're going to go down. You're going to try and get to those toes if you can. If that is too easy and you can't feel the stretch, then if I bring my foot up, you can hook so that your hand goes on the ball of the foot, or you can go even further so the hand comes to the heel. Okay, so the lower you can get down the foot, the harder it's going to be. And then again, nice and slowly come up through the spine, make sure the head's the last thing to come up. I'm going to twist on my chair around so you can see this next one. So the next one, we do this in yoga, we've done this in this cool down as well. Stage, you can have the legs at different stages, depends on how comfortable you feel. Either cross so that it's over the ankle, cross so that it's knee over knee, or you can get that ankle over the knee, okay? So 3 different options for you to work on. And again, the same thing as we just did, you're going to lean that torso over, and you're going to flop down, relax the neck, and you're just going to have a nice moment here. So that stretch should come from the hip, and we're stretching out that lovely thigh. Lovely. Really use your torso as the sort of weight to get more in the stretch, but don't lift the bum up, okay? Keep the bum on the chair for me. And then nice and slowly coming up for me, and then change legs. So again, remember those 3 different options. You might find one side is better than the other. So one side you might be able to get into this position, but the other side it might be one of the easier positions, and that's okay. Same thing, lean it over for me. Nice and relaxed. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Like I said, use your torso, the weight in your torso to really help with this stretch. Lovely. And then slowly coming up for me and popping that leg down. Move my screen so you can see my upper body. That might help. And then you're going to do the arms. We've worked a lot with these arms today. So you're going to have one arm coming across the body, and we're going to pull it in towards us. So remember, no hands on that elbow and no hands on the wrist. You're going to hold the forearm because we don't want to hit those joints, okay? Keep clear of joints. And then change sides. So the other one goes across, pull it in. Perfect. Here's trouble. And then reverse. So we're going to have our hand up onto the shoulder and have our hand on the elbow and pull it up and over. And we get a nice stretch out. Awesome. And then we're going to bring the arms down, change sides. So the other arm, bring it up, hand on the back of the shoulder, other hand. I needed you to help me with the floor exercise. And then bring the arms down for me. Just give them a bit of a wiggle for those shoulders. And let's finish on the head for me. So we're going to look one side. And then you're going to come to centre before you change and look to the other side. And again, to the centre, looking the other way. Last time to centre, other way. And then this time come to centre and look to the ceiling for me, so really stretch out that neck. And then come back to centre and drop that chin to chest. And then coming up again, all the way, just look into that ceiling, really relax the neck. Just be careful of dizziness, so just check that you're okay with looking up. And then reverse, looking down. And we're going to do 2 big circles all the way around if you can. If you can't, just stick to semicircles. So if you struggle to go all the way around, just take the chin to one shoulder and then look down and change and take the head to the other shoulder. And then reverse, you're going to do 2 more circles the other way around. All the way if you can, remember. Nice and slow. And then you're going to bring that head to centre. And we have done another Thursday complete. So let me just have a look at the schedule. So we have Monday at 2 o'clock, I believe it is, chair Zumba. No, we did that this week. Chair yoga. I've lost the plot. Chair yoga on Monday, and then of course this class, as always, next Thursday at 2 o'clock. I'm going to start to bring in slightly different exercises for us as well on a Thursday. Again, nothing that you can't do. All right, so I would never put anything in that you couldn't do, because what's the point? All right, just